Get started trading cryptocurrencies today with Coinbase, and you both get $10 in free crypto. Link down below. Is the Shiba Inu crash over? Have we finally reached an end in this absolutely awful crash? Let's get into it in today's video, guys. My name is Matt. Welcome back to Crypto Kings. Pleasure to be back with you all today. Let's get right into it. So, look, man, I talked about this in the past few videos of mine. You know, I'm really upset about what I'm witnessing here. I know a lot of people on Twitter are as well. What we're watching here is a general entire dive of the entire crypto market. There are hardly any cryptos that are having green days, if any at all. And for the next coming few days, I don't think we're ever going to be seeing any massive return to what the price was, say, a week ago for the main dogs like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of that. Now, the question is, when does this end? When does this bottoming out end? Now, I'm going to focus specifically on Shiba Inu today because this is a video about Shiba, and a lot of people on this channel are interested in Shiba. So that's why when people ask, oh, why are you talking specifically about this? That's because a lot of people on this channel care about the fate of Shiba Inu, as does myself. So I want to talk about what I feel is going to go down in the next couple of days, and a couple of indicators that you guys could look at to sort of think your way through yourself. That way you don't need someone telling you, when to buy, what to think. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, it's only my personal opinion, but it is important to try to get the skills in place to do some thinking for yourself on this, because it's tough. Believe me, reading crypto charts is not particularly easy, and reading, current events and announcements and stuff is not all that easy. So I'm going to try to simplify at least everything I've learned a little bit into some stuff during this video. So the first thing we're going to notice here is the market cap here is down. Now, the market cap, if you guys don't know, is basically the total market value of a cryptocurrency's circulating supply. So the amount of Shiba that is in circulation, the amount of Shiba that is going around, that in culmination is how much it is worth when added up all together. Now, the current supply, the current amount which is going around right now is $4 billion, and that is down 35%, which that's bad. That's bad. That means that a lot of people who previously held positions in Shiba Inu are now getting out. Now you have the diluted market cap, of course, which is what, in theory, this can be. So if, the entire supply was in circulation, that is how much it would be right now, and this is more in accordance with the price. And, this is down as well. Both of these things you want to see going up, and that's why this is bad, because if the max supply was in circulation, ideally, you want to have a higher ceiling, not a lower ceiling. So that is why you want the market cap to be higher. Now, volume is going up. That means the amount of money which has actually gone through is going up, because a lot of people are selling. A lot of people are entering a lower price, and a lot of people are selling. So there's generally been more volume of all cryptos pretty much going around. Now, the question is, when you take a look at this graph, where do we get an idea of when this ends? Well, there are a few things. One thing to note is what's called the bull market. Now, the bull market is described as a period of typically 6-ish months where crypto roars. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to tank afterwards, but crypto roars during that time period. Now, Bitcoin has had a pretty nice, past few months here. And if I go and I take a look at a longer graph here, on TradingView, you guys see, let's say we start roughly, on November 2020, a little over 6 months, and you guys could see it pretty much enters a nice bull phase here. Again, you guys can see it really roaring its way up to 65,000. And again, over the past 48 hours, we've watched it absolutely destroy itself, which is very upsetting to say the least. And the question is, when does this bull market end? Now, if the bull market is currently over, that means that a lot of people will possibly be dumping some of their profits into altcoins. But really, in the end, you want Bitcoin to be doing well. You want Bitcoin and Ethereum to be roaring, because when Ethereum roars, like I said, Shiba Inu is an ERC-20 token. I talk about this almost every video because it is so important to know. ERC-20, again, is an Ethereum token. So ideally, you want Shiba to run with Ethereum. Now, I wouldn't really care as much about the price of Bitcoin if I was thinking more about XRP, because XRP is a very different currency. So is Cardano. They're essentially opposites. They work inverse to the price of Bitcoin, at least typically. Now, this is such a severe drop that I would bet that Cardano is probably not doing all that well today, but we'll take a little bit of a check here. Again, Bitcoin is being hit so badly and being battered so badly that Cardano is definitely not having a great day. But like I said, I would be more worried if Cardano is more closely linked to Bitcoin. Again, like I said, it's not good to see Cardano at $1.63, but again, I would be more worried if it was more closely linked technologically to Bitcoin. So again, Bitcoin, you have to figure out the way these coins link together. together. You have Bitcoin and Ethereum, which work together in a sense, and then Ethereum is what powers Shiba. Therefore, you want to kind of see Ethereum doing well in order for Shiba Inu to do well, right? So when we look at this graph here, just from a little bit of a technical level, again, you see Elon Musk sends out his tweet sometime this morning. It sends a couple really, really strong green candles up here, which is always nice to look at. And then again, we see a nice kind of increase, desperately trying to reestablish, some support somewhere, and it fails the test. Now, the best thing you could do really is do these little tests for yourself, because this will be pretty insightful to you in the long run. So pick up a line and say, does this pass the support? Does this maintain at somewhere that it previously had fallen? So let's say we pick 12.5. Let's say we pick 12.5. This here is a decent spot because, this was the possibility for a few hours here. You were watching it teeter around 12.5. And right around here is probably when the crypto market was kind of unsure what it wanted to do. That is where this price was. Again, when you saw Ethereum go below 3,000, now I think it's at like 2,500. When you watched all this happen, you see a period here of indecision. Is this a good buying time? Is this a good time to sell? Is it going to go a lot lower? And then once, unfortunately, it fails that support, once it fails this 12.5 line, I'm going to put the line here and leave it here permanently so you guys can see it here a little bit better. Once it fails this 12.5 line, you see it fail and boom, catastrophic fall down. And again, it tries to reclaim it real quick and catastrophic fall down. So if you learn to trace these candles in that manner, you'll have a much better gauge for when is a good time to buy and when it's a good time to sell. So what I'm looking at right now is I'm watching it retest a couple of different areas of support. The main one, TradingView here puts in automatically for us here. The main line that I'm looking at here is 10. And you guys can see that line here, 10 or 0.000010. It's a little easier just to say 10. I'm sure you guys got the hang of it. So here's the line 10. What I'm looking for right now is to see whether or not this will be a new support line. Now, human beings love zeros. They love ones, fives, and tens. For some reason, they just do. And therefore, it is very typical for $10, $50, $100, $500, $1,000 for those different increments to be support lines. People just love zeros like that. I don't know why. People love very, very palatable amounts. So the question is it going to be 10 here, into another digit, where it's going to have one less zero in front? Remember, we're talking about another decimal here. Is it going to have one less zero in front of it and hang in here at 10, or is it going to crash down to 9, 8, and 7 again? That is the question. Now, what I will be looking at very closely here for the next few hours is how these candles react. Now, if these candles have a bit of a struggle where you're watching it just linger here at 10 for a while and then it eventually fails and crashes down again, then I'll realize, okay, it failed that test. It failed that opportunity to reestablish its support. Now, if it quickly bounces back, let's say, hangs out here and then quickly charts some new candles here going up, and I'm just doing it very quick and dirty here, very rough. If it charts some candles like this, I'll say, okay, it broke the support line, right? So that's the way you have to think. Now, is this crash over? Do I believe it will ever go lower than this, 7 spot again? Honestly, I don't. I don't think it's going to get much lower than this 7 spot, but it is something you have to be aware of that, these new support lines are still new. Nobody knows exactly where this thing is going to reestablish for because it's been so wonky over the past few hours. Same thing with Dogecoin, man. Again, you watch Doge dip to 25 at one point, even lower. What is this, 21? Oh my goodness. 21, which is tragic in a way, and then you watch it go back up. And again, now it's testing 35. Is it going to chart a few nice new candles here at around 35 and, reclaim 35 as its support line? Again, human beings love, ones, fives, and zeros. They just love those lines. Is it going to hang out at 35 cents and, kind of linger here for a while or no? That is the question. And if it does, then it means that Dogecoin, of course, probably has seen the worst of its crash. If it doesn't, it means that it hasn't and probably will drop lower. And again, then you would probably retest around the 30 and then the 25. So just try to train yourself to get better generally at testing these types of things. And again, when you look at the Fibonacci retracement here, what you're looking at here is some potential support lines, and it gives you some potential support lines here, so you guys can take a look here and watch. Here it is, of course, going up here, and then it uses algorithms to kind of determine, where these support lines are. So exactly like I said, the 1-0 here's another line, again, the 9-5, the 9, the 7-5 here. These are all different support lines based on the candles it previously charted, but what it is predicting is that if it is able to break roughly to 13 again, this is what, from, the algorithm and the mathematical, equations it is using, I don't know the technicals behind this, but it is using a lot of math here. What it's basically doing is saying, okay, if it gets to roughly, you know, what is it, 12.7 here, if it breaks past that, then, you know, we're seeing a breakout. Then after that, the crash is over. So again, be on the lookout, learn how to read these types of things. Again, I'm looking for it to break that. If it breaks this 12.7 and manages to fight past some of the support here, then I think we, you know, could really see a nice increase in the future. If it doesn't, if it fails and goes below 9.5 again, then, you know, then I start getting worried and probably will predict it to go down again here. But do I think it'll ever get as low as it was here? No, because I don't think Ethereum is going to tank to 1,800 again anytime soon. So that's my personal guess. Hopefully that made sense. Hopefully that wasn't too long. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos coming out each and every single day. Remember, guys, use my Coinbase link down below in the description if you guys want to get started trading some Bitcoins, some Ethereum, all that stuff, and we both get $10 in free crypto. Thank you guys so much. My name is Matt. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.